YouTube, it's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul, and welcome to another remake video. Today we'll be continuing on with the Metro Boomin and 21 Savage Don't Come Out the House remake, part 2 of 2. So let's get straight into it. I'm just going to go ahead and play the last couple bars that we put out in the remake last week. And we're going to come in on this bar 33 and bring in those pianos. So let's go ahead and create a new software instrument track. And for this sound, we're going to bring in ReFX Nexus 2. I couldn't quite mold Logic's pianos to the exact or close enough sound to the original one. So we're going to go ahead to the piano folder, and we're going to go ahead and use the PN Ballad Grand Piano preset. We'll come adjust that in a moment. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a 8-bar pattern. And let's go ahead and draw in that piano. Here we go. Duplicate this. All right, then let's go ahead and just duplicate this over the next 4 bars. Ooh. And that just goes back up to the C there. All right, now let's go ahead and draw in our bass notes. That's going to duplicate itself. And let's go ahead and duplicate that over the 4 bars. Sorry, the 8 bars. So now what we're going to do here is select all, and we're going to go ahead and duplicate this over 2 bars. So let's go ahead and just option click and drag. And we're going to span that over 2 octaves. All right, let's go ahead and open up our Nexus 2. We're going to turn our delay and have a little delay in there. We're going to pull up the reverb. We're going to turn on our master filter, go to a high pass, and pull down our cutoff. All right, next let's go and open up an EQ and filter out some of that low end information that we don't need. So it's become more of like a narrower sounding piano, and that's what we're going for. So that sounds good like that. All right, so next let's go ahead and bring in our drums. Our drums come into here. So let's go ahead and just drag in this last section over here. Actually, we'll take this one over here because it's the full 4 bars. duplicate this up here. Actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and just focus in on these 4 bars here, as the hi-hats do change up a little bit. There's another quick stutter over here. So let's go ahead and delete that note and just drag this one over. So it's something like that. All right, so let's quickly arrange as we go. Let's just push that over, shorten that down. Let's pull in another 8 bars of that piano and copy over this drum pattern. And then over here, we get that pluck lead. Now we already made a sound similar to that in the part 1 of this tutorial. This sound right over here. So let's go ahead and just duplicate that because we are going to manipulate the sound a little bit. But before we do that, let's draw in the pattern first. All right, so let's go ahead and draw in that pattern. Just going to cycle this to 4 bars. Let's go up to a higher octave here. And drag out the notes a little bit here. Oh, that was on the wrong note. So we're going to duplicate this over the next 2 bars. All right, let's go ahead and duplicate this over for the next set of 4 bars. And then this is going to count down. All right, so there is that lead. Let's go ahead and just open up Logic's ES2 and just manipulate this sound a little bit. We're going to go ahead and just pull down our attack. We're going to pull down our release and sustain as well. We're going to let our decay control all that. Maybe we'll add in a little bit of release here. And we'll pull back a little bit of the EQ as well. All right, so once that is done, the pianos do switch up. So let's go ahead and duplicate this piano track. And we're going to copy over this MIDI pattern, but we're going to go ahead and adjust it right now. All right, so for our second set of pianos, we're just going to go ahead and open up that pattern that we drew in. And we're going to select all the notes. And we're just going to sort of pitch it down a little bit to right over there. Everything else will follow suit. So it sounds like this. All right, so after that, the drums come back into play here. So it goes for 4 bars. And let's copy over these drums right over there. Let's go ahead and duplicate this over and just make a sort of truncated version of this arrangement here. So go something like that. All right, and then over here, we're going to bring back these drums, these original OG drums. And then what we're going to do here is sort of filter out the highs and really make it sort of like the Drake effect, and then pull it back in, and we're going to work on our outro. So here, let's go ahead and draw in some automation. Just going to copy over this pattern over here for the 808s. So let's go ahead on our master track over here. Actually, what we can do here, not on the master track, let's just go to the, no, we'll put on the master track. Let's turn on automation on our master track over here, touch, and we're going to bring in, let's bring in Logic's EQ. We'll just use a single band EQ here, and we're going to use a high cut, and we're going to filter out the frequency right over here to make it nice and sort of that Drake underwater effect. So let's go ahead and draw that in, or I'm going to hit play and automate that in. And it goes up into the next pattern. So let's go ahead and close that up, play back, see what that sounds like. All right, for the tutorial's sake, that sounds good. And if I hit A on my keyboard, I can go ahead and adjust that if I wanted to. Like we can zone in here and make sure it's happening on the 1, so we don't get that involved, and make sure that this happens on the end. That's fine, just like that. All right, I'm gonna hit A on my keyboard. I'm gonna turn off our touch automation for now, so it doesn't record in everything we're doing as I hit play. And then now what we're gonna do here is work on the outro. We're gonna copy over this piano. So it's gonna go out of this section here. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and bring in our drums once again. Let's copy this over. Let's copy this over once again. And then it's gonna copy over this whole pattern over once again. And then at the end here, we're gonna bring in our melody pattern, our melody pattern. And I'm gonna take out this here, just truncate this a little bit. Get that out, push this back. And then over here, when this melody pattern comes in, we get a kick pattern. So let's go ahead and create a new drum kit. Or let's just duplicate this one. I'm gonna pull it down here so you know it's part of the new section. We're gonna take out what we don't need on the effects. And let's go ahead and draw in our kick pattern. All right, let's first focus on the first 4 bars. Open up our region and let's draw in that kick. I believe the kick was on C5. Let's make this louder so we actually hear it. That sounds good. Copy that over for the next 4 bars, and it ends on just the kick, this, and the snare, and the hats and stuff come out a little bit. They come out back, I think, just 1 bar. So it ends like this. Before we go ahead and play back, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this out as well. I don't think we need so many patterns there. Just put that back, make our arrangement a little shorter for you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and play it back from the top with part 1 included. If you want to learn how to make part 1, click the link in the top right hand corner of this video as the card, and you can go ahead and watch how we put that together. But in the meantime, here is the entire record that we just put together. Sit back, relax, and enjoy, and listen to the remake, Metro Boomin, 21 Savage, Don't Come Out the House. Let's go. So that right there is the remake to Metro Boomin and 21 Savage's Don't Come Out the House, remade in Logic Pro 10. That automation point over here could have been a little cleaner, but you get the idea for the tutorial's sake. For your Logic users out there, I'm going to save this entire session for you guys, place that as a downloadable link in the description box below this video. For your non-Logic users out there, got your back as well. I'm going to go and export all of the MIDI stems, audio stems, and of course include the drum kit that you heard in this remake. I'll place that entire plate pack in the description box below this video. If you do have any questions on this or just want to chat, let's go ahead and talk in the comment section below. And as usual guys, if you are new to I'm a Music Mogul, remember thumbs up, share this video, and of course hit that subscribe button for more good videos like this one. I'll talk to y'all soon. Later. Peace.